Okay, now that we have some text typed into Illustrator, I want to show you some things that you can do to manipulate the text as an object, and then some other ways that you can use the type tool. So now that we have this text, we can select it using the object selection tool, and you can move it around. Just kind of click and drag it. You can move it around. You can rotate it. There's lots of things that you can do just with that tool. If you're rotating and you want it to be at a 15-degree angle, then you can just use the shift button and you can get it back to an even angle. Okay, let's see. So while we have it as an object, we're going to go up to Object and Transform. And here's where I want you to play around with some different things. The Move transformation is kind of like what I just did. You can kind of move, you can use this angle. This would be, if you have a very specific thing that you want to do with it, you want to move it up a particular percentage or degree, then you can do that and just say okay or cancel. Also, that one I don't really use hardly ever because I usually just do that with the selection tool. But the rotation tool can be kind of nice. Again, you can just kind of take this and notice that it's rotating using the bottom left point as the axis. So it's going to rotate around that bottom left point. All right, and so you can rotate your text that way. Maybe I want it to be right on there, okay? And just say cancel if I don't like that. All right, let's see what else. We've got also the reflection tool. So that is going to flip it backwards. That might be really handy if you're creating a pattern using a letter and you want to flip it backwards. You can flip it vertically along a vertical axis here or along a horizontal axis like that. Or you can do it along some kind of angle. And again, it's rotating based on that bottom left pivot point. So lots of ways that you can manipulate the image that way. Okay, and make it backwards. What else have we got under transform? You can do we did reflection. We can do scale. We can kind of play around with that. Just maybe type in. It just makes it larger. Again, I think that's probably something that you could do more easily with the character panel. But it is something that you could, if you weren't using text, you could do all of these, you could do all those things with a shape. So the abstract drawings that you did, if you drew some kind of weird shape and you wanted to reflect that or rotate that or scale that up or down, if you, for some reason, you didn't want to just do it with this selection tool. Okay, you can do it through the object selections. All right, I want to show you a different way that you can use text. We're going to combine this one. We're going to combine the curvature tool. So I'm going to create a curved line, and notice that it's giving me that black fill. I can get rid of that pretty easily by just going. Remember, to end that, I'm going to hit Command and click to end that, and then I'm just going to make this transparent. Now I actually don't even want to see, whoops, didn't work because I didn't have the object selected. Okay, so I don't even want to actually see that line at all. It's invisible, but it's still there. This is kind of a nice thing about Illustrator. So if I go over here to type, I can use this type on a path tool and then hover around and find that path that I created and click, and it will put the text along that path. And so now I can type whatever I want. Remember how to spell my name. And it'll type along that path. And then, you can't even see that. So that can be a really handy tool if you're, trying to follow a particular curve, and you can create some interesting type with that as well. Okay, so have fun with that and try to incorporate that into your letterform designs, and I'll be curious to see what you come up with. All right, thanks.